despite what OPK is saying, I don't think if I applied for land at that time, I'll get it.
It's not true, Kojo.
But I'm getting to a point. Do you remember the lands at Wireless School?
Yeah.
That were sold at 180,000 cedis each.
Yeah.
Did they tell anybody they were selling them? You know what they did? They cleverly called the La people and told them, we are giving you back the land, but we want this portion. And the La people ceded it to them. So can Ofori-Atta bought 2 plots. The 3 governors that mismanaged this country and used an HP printer to print 86 billion cedis, they got some. The guy who was a business development minister, Awal got some.
Mohammed Awal.
So it was shared in the who is who in the MPP. Do you understand? Lawyers have a saying called prior bad acts. No. Cantonments have. If they are selling land for $11,000, that's Ubia to me Tobia. Oh, I can go position your girls in your eye.
Hey, Sandy, my.
We'll get in jail. Don't do. Oh, yeah,
she's watching.
Yeah.
She's watching.
I am asking you a question.
Yeah.
I'm saying this in jest, but
no,
I am asking you, if it was that easy to get AU village land, and you know what some of them are doing? They are reselling the land that they bought for $11,000 for $400,000 per plot.
Would you know this for a fact?
I am giving you 100% fact. So the concern, and OPK is right. The fact that you are an Ofori-Atta does not preclude you from buying land. But it is the prior bad acts. We were in this country when land belonging to the judicial service was sold to friends of the former finance minister. When the judicial service went to court, the Chief Justice said they should sit down and talk. Talk about what exactly? Every single, when I got to FIC, I wanted to find out about the people who were there, where we can develop a, collegial kind of, and so I'll ask you, where do you live? My brother, some of them live in the central region. They come to work. I have not spoken to anybody whose commute to work is shorter than Oyanfa to Central Accra. Not one. Not one. And all these areas that were developed by the colonial administration for government officials to live was designed so that officials could get to work early. Even they saw the need for officials to get to work. But what MPP sees greed. MPP have sold lands even where the aircraft was, the DC-10, that they themselves destroyed, and they put it there was a restaurant there. They have sold it to some Lebanese people. I don't want to mention names. We all know who the chief land sales expert in the MPP administration was, and he was right next to the president. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I don't know whether he was the Holy Ghost or he was the Son. So, that is what makes people upset. Every Ofori-Atta has a right as a Ghanaian to purchase land. But when it is done in concert, like an orchestra, raise concerns. That is the problem. OPK, nobody has. I'm sure people know that you have land in Tema. In fact, maybe you even more 10. Then you can afford it. No, I'm saying maybe no.
Moro not to 10.
Maybe, like I said, maybe
I don't get one cent.
because you can afford it. Nobody has mentioned your name. Yes. But the problems begin when David Opoku has bought, Samuel Opoku has bought, Nane Opoku has bought, Kofi Opoku has bought, and all of them are your family members. And then when they ask you, you tell us that your grandfather had 126 children. So you educated them so they have the right to buy anything they want. When in the previous government, you accused a president who had one relative as a deputy minister. One relative, Madam Joyce Bauer, as a deputy minister, you accused him of doing friends and family. The then opposition leader who became president, I want Ghanaians and they didn't listen, stood in his home and said, as for him, his wife will not share projects. When and where did Madam Lodina, in President Mahama's government, did Madam Lodina Mahama share projects? You see, the things you people are facing, don't ask for the program to end. It's not ending now. Trust me.
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I want hot water.
Okay.
We have just a minute. We have just a minute to end the show.
Cold water.
Our time is
he's
up.
sweating. He's taking Richard Anyamba's position. The steam is coming out of his forehead. You see, the prior bad acts, Davis. And you see, I happen to know you personally. So it is sad for me to be telling you these things while you are sitting here. In fact, I think you are in the wrong party. Because your character as a human being is more aligned to the NDC. Because you are not corrupt, unfortunately. You understand? Unfortunately.
My big brother is patronizing me.
No, I'm not patronizing. I'm telling you, you are part of a few good people, you see, in your party. But by and large, most of your party is corrupt. Your president was the most corrupt human being this side of the Sahara. And when you look at the things that are being uncovered. So let's have a come to Jesus moment where we say that we are all going to help President Mahama reset our country. And not just every time you people need a scandal. You need a scandal like flowers need rain. You need a scandal like the desert is looking for a thunderstorm. It won't happen. All right. Let's reset Ghana properly. And reset Ghana. Look, let me tell you something. My father, and he's watching now, my father was the managing director of State Housing Corporation at one time. My father had a house in North Kaneshie, right? When he met my mom had a house in Dansoma.
Okay.
All SHC houses. The then government compelled my mom to give up her house.
Okay.
Even though my father was the SHC managing director.
Okay.
My dad didn't buy 25 SHC houses. Because if it was in the milieu of the Kufuado, my father, as the managing director of SHC, will buy 35 houses.
Right.
All his children will buy, because he is paying. Mary Chain will buy, the King of Norway will buy, everybody will buy, and it all belongs to him. That is the difference. And at that time, we didn't have computers. It was just a letter that we used. Let us go back to those days when even a Tiampo could ensure that one man could only buy one house.
All right.
Let's go back there.
All right.